Hello everyone, welcome to Solo by Choice. Today, we will discuss why I hate the law of assumption. This is more of a rant video. This is not going to be a lot of research, so be ready for it. Alright, I'm doing my laundry. Let's go. Let's go. Alright. So, let me talk about why I hate law of assumption. I was in it. I can tell you even the year I was in it. I was in it 2019. COVID just hit. And your girl was fucking depressed. I was very depressed. Like, oh. By the way, the floor is fucking clean still. Remember, the carpet was washed. Anyway, so yeah. Why hate law of assumption? Your girl remembered subliminals. I heard that shit from Shane Dawson like years ago. I don't even remember what year I listened to that, but I did. I remembered. And all of a sudden I remembered subliminals. I was thinking to myself, why not use subliminals to lose weight? Because as you can tell right now, I'm chubby. I was chubby back then. I'm chubby now. Working on it. It's a different story now. But back then, it was a very different story. I was in the process of losing weight. So as I was in the process of losing weight, your girl had the genius idea of listening to subliminals to lose weight. So I did that. And if you don't know what subliminals, I'll tell you a little bit about it. It's basically like, it's an audio that has like hidden affirmations in it that's supposed to target your subconscious mind. So that way like your subconscious like in the subliminal words manifests into reality. And there's a little bit of science behind it. Not really, not enough. It's more of a placebo effect. It's not really real, but we'll get into that as we go on. Anyway, so that's what a subliminal is. And if you don't know what it is, I highly recommend doing a quick Google search. You'll find out a little better than how I can explain it. But anyway, so because I got into subliminals, I found out that subliminals were not just audios with affirmations in it. They're not just hidden affirmations. It's actually a spiritual practice. According to the YouTube girlies and people who make subliminals and things like that. So yeah, it's not just that. Anyway, so yeah, because subliminals are a part of law of assumption, also law of attraction, I actually didn't know that. And because of that, the algorithm was like, oh, Michelle loves freaking subliminals, so she'll love law of assumption and law of attraction just as much. But keep in mind, I got introduced to law of attraction first. Keep that in mind. So yeah, at that point, I didn't even know what law of assumption was until I heard of law of attraction. And law of attraction, the concept blew my mind. I was like, wait, we can control like our thoughts and we can control our behaviors just by thinking? Mind blown. No doubt about it. Anyway, but because of that, your girl was like, ooh, I can control my reality. At first, I didn't believe it, though. I was skeptical. I was not an idiot. I was skeptical. But I was like, wait, but if all these girlies on YouTube are saying they can do it, why can't I do it? That's what I thought. Anyway. And by the way, I'm not throwing the clothes on the floor. Absolutely not. I know some of the clothes are folded on the floor. That's different. This is going to the basket. Anyway. So yeah. To summarize, what followed was that I used to watch this girl, this subliminal creator. Her name was Solar Subs. She's no longer on YouTube, so don't look her up anymore. She probably has moved on. I'm not sure what she's up to, and I'm not really interested at this point. But I clicked on Solar Sub's video on the cheat codes, I forgot what it was called exactly, but it was called like the manifestation cheat code, something like that. And I watched it. Oh yeah, I watched it. I didn't watch it. It was actually a PDF Google document. That's the time it was in. So yes, and because I watched it, and I'm so sorry. I read it because I read the entire document. Like, trust me, I read the entire thing. Law of assumption was a very interesting concept to me. I thought, you mean law of attraction? Like, I know what that is already. But then I found out the law of assumption was entirely different. I mean, yes, they're basically the same things. They both have the goal to manifest your desires. Like, that's the whole point of both of them. But the principles and, like, the beliefs were widely different. And because they were so widely different, I ended up falling for law of assumption, not law of attraction. I fell hard for law of assumption. I was like, wait, I'm unlimited. I'm a god of my reality. Of course I am. That makes sense. Did not make sense later on. So when I was in the law of assumption, I will call out a very specific big YouTuber who uses law of assumption and promotes this like lifestyle. It's not a religion, by the way. It's more of a lifestyle. It's like you think, and you keep affirming what you're thinking so hard that it's just supposed to magically or even scientifically manifest into the outer reality. And you know who that big YouTuber is? I'm sure you already know it if you clicked on this video. It's Sammy Ingram. I cannot believe I listened to that woman. I sincerely cannot. I don't, like, honestly, like, looking back on a retrospective, it's a very different story. I'm like, whoa, like, Michelle, you freaking believe Sammy Ingram? Like, out of all the coaches that there are on YouTube who promote this lifestyle, like, you believed her? I'm sorry, Michelle, like, that was not a good idea. That was a very bad idea. And I'll talk about why it was such a freaking bad idea. Keep in mind, I was trying to lose weight. I was overweight. I still am overweight. It's just different now. I was losing weight so well on my own, thanks to my calorie restriction that freaking worked. And thanks to me exercising, that worked too. I got so attached to law of assumption because I was so depressed, so mentally ill, so unaware of what was going on around me. I was like, but if I can control my reality, I guess that's all that matters. But that wasn't the truth. It took me some time to realize what the actual truth even was. And the actual truth was that, Michelle, you cannot freaking control reality. Like, how does your brain alone control the outer reality? I cannot control the room I'm in. I cannot control the plushies back there. Yes, I bought them with my own money. But, like, let's say that I believed in law of assumption this second. Like, did I think that all those plushies end up there for no reason? Of course not. I'm the one who freaking bought them. And the Christmas tree. I fucking bought that too. And the duck in the background. I bought that too. My God. I'm doing laundry at the same time doing this, okay? It's important. I need to get this done. And that's what law of assumption doesn't teach you. Law of assumption does not teach you to get things done. I mean, there's varying, like, to keep in mind, it's very personal to the person who's using the law of assumption or law of attraction. So some people, they use it very positively, and that's a good thing. But the problem is, the idea itself is the cult. It's not the individuals. Like, we can blame Sammy Ingram, we can blame Tara Tooks all we want. We can even blame like other coaches that are less popular than them, or less known as them. But it's not them who's doing it. It's just the ideology that's just floating around because of the past and that people thought of and remembered Neville Goddard's teachings, and they're abusing it to make money. They're abusing it to grift. It's not a joke. Anyway, I'm not gonna stop this video until my laundry's freaking done. Because this is how, like, upset it makes me, is that, you know, when you don't teach people to actually get their shit done and actually, like, take the time to actually do it, realize that you have 24 hours in a day, use the time you have while you can. Like, yes, you do sleep during the day, yes, you eat during the day, yes, you do other bodily functions during the day, but you still have time. Like, for your lifestyle, you have to do what makes sense for you. You have to use your time wisely. Not other people's time wisely, your own. And yes, other people can help you, but it's not enough. Like, you really have to help yourself. I literally was telling my sister this a little bit earlier today, that, you know, like for me, I experienced, like, a trauma. My friend betrayed me. He lied to me. He was not honest with me about how he felt about our friendship. And that's a whole nother story. Let's just get that clear. A whole nother story. But back on track. Because he really hurt my feelings and really, like, destroyed, like, what I thought of him and what I thought of myself, it made me so upset that I literally went to, like, a trauma. I, like, experienced, like, a traumatic episode of just, like, being really upset and depressed and, like, really, like, almost manic too. Like, I was just really not okay. But because of that, that was the straw that broke the camel's back for me with law of assumption. I was like, Michelle, my brain, my heart, whatever you want to call it at all, law of assumption does not work. Like, that's your proof. You experienced this trauma, and you've been doing law of assumption for 5 years up until that point, possibly more. It was 2019. The year right now, I can tell you, is 2025. So yeah, you've been doing this shit for, like, possibly 6 years, and you have not lost a single pound that you wanted to lose. You didn't even, like, change your diet at all. I mean, there was periods of time where I did change my diet, periods of time I didn't, but that's irrelevant. What's relevant now is that, you know, you gotta pay attention to what you're doing. Like, it's not just your brain. Like, your brain's important. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, your mindset fucking matters. It's just, like, what you're doing physically matters too. It's like, if you control your physical movements, you can control your mind too. And if you can control your mind, you can control your physical movements. And no one tells you that. And law of assumption, they absolutely will not tell you that. Sam Ingram will not tell you that. She might abuse those terms and make it, like, say, but it was law of assumption, it was meant to happen, things like that. Or like she'll talk to you in a very serious way. But keep in mind, all she can do is speak. She's a good speaker. That's awesome that, you know, Sam Ingram can talk so well. It's just that her words mean nothing. Her actions don't back up her words. She's an overweight woman. I'm overweight woman myself, but, you know, the difference is I'm actually doing something about it. She's not doing anything about it that we can see on camera. And I mean, it's possible she could be trying to lose weight off camera, but all she's doing is just grifting hardcore at this point. Anyway, so yeah, don't believe Sammy Ingram. Don't believe everything you freaking hear. Yes, there's going to be a lot of pretty women and even handsome men talking about the law of assumption. But it's mostly women. You'll find it's mostly women. And they're just a bunch of toxic people. Very toxic positivity to the extreme. Like, it is actually cult-like how they behave. And it's not okay. And if you want to know how this affects me as a solo single woman, I might talk about it more in the next video. But for now, I think that's all I have to say. But yeah, trust me, I can go rant for hours about this. I can talk about every single experience I've had. But from what I understand, my understanding, law of assumption absolutely does not work. It doesn't even have enough truth to back up the evidence of why it's existing. It doesn't have that. Anyway, this is Solo by Choice. Thank you. I'm your host, Michelle, And thank you so much. I really appreciate you watching. Have a good day. Let me know what your comments are. Let me know what your thoughts are too. Whatever you want to say, just say it.